So you may have wondered what an investment banker actually makes, what's their total compensation, what is bonus, especially at the likes of Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan. Well, if you want to find out more, I'm going to go through a full breakdown of both analyst and associate salaries in an investment bank. What's up guys, welcome back. It's your boy Sol, aka the Bodybuilding Banker. For those of you who are new here, I post content centered around fitness and working an investment banking job, and essentially how I balance both the corporate job with a fitness lifestyle. If you want to find out more about me, check out my website below at www.thelifeofsol.com or tune into my Instagram, which is @_lifeofsol. As you guys know, financial institutions are split into multiple departments. You've got investment banking, retail banking, commercial banking, and private banking. And in this video, I'm mainly going to focus on investment banking and in particular the front office division. Remember guys, in my previous videos, I've actually broken down the three main divisions in a bank. You've got your back office, you've got your middle office, and you've got your front office. And generally, front office are the revenue generating parts of the bank, and they therefore command the highest salary and earn the most money. So before I dive into the numbers, I think it's really important to get some context as to the different institutions. So bulge brackets, these are the likes of Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and Morgan Stanley. These are some of the banks that have a really big brand name and a well-known brand internationally. Now these banks actually, not all of them, but actually on average pay slightly less than the elite boutiques. And the reason being is because they have such a big brand name, they know they're able to pay slightly less, and you'll still have some of the most top talent still coming to work for these brands. So elite boutiques, the like of LAZARD, Centerview, Evercore, Rothschild, their pay and compensation varies a lot more widely than a bulge bracket. And the reason being is because there's no standardization between the firms. And secondly, generally these are private firms and they have a smaller number of individuals, and they also work on a select number of high profile deals. So if you imagine with a smaller number of people and a large deal, there's less people to share the funds between, and generally you get paid a greater compensation than you would at a bulge bracket bank. So there are two main factors which determine an investment bank's overall compensation. The first is actually out of their control, and this is how your team or division perform. So essentially, if your team, if you're in a sector team, say healthcare, and you're bringing in a lot of deals, or your team's bringing in a lot of deals, you're going to get a piece of the pie, and generally you're going to get a larger bonus if your team is performing well. Now the second one is a lot more individualistic, and that is how your individual performance is assessed by your seniors and by your peers. So investment banking, as you know, is a very high performance culture, and what that means is generally you are reviewed by your peers and your seniors annually. And what happens is, they have different buckets. So you have a first bucket, a second bucket, and a third bucket, and these are basically the top bucket, the middle bucket, and the bottom bucket. And essentially the bonuses are allocated based on your feedback of how you perform throughout the year. So essentially the bonus, which I'm going to go on and break down later, is split into three buckets. This varies by bank. Essentially you have the top bucket, the middle bucket, and the bottom bucket. And essentially, depending on how you perform throughout the year, you are allocated a bonus structure in one of these three buckets. If you want to know what vice presidents, directors, and managing directors get paid, please give me 200 likes and I'll post a video. They get paid a lot more lucratively, so that will definitely be one to watch. One key formula I want you guys to remember is your overall compensation as an investment banker is not just your base salary. It is your base, and your bonus gives you your overall compensation. Now, I've mentioned bonus a bit earlier, but just to make sure you guys understand, bonus is discretionary and it's based on a number of different factors, as I mentioned earlier, but you can get anything of 50% of your base to 100% and even over 100% of your base. So I think that's really important now to get into what you guys all been waiting for. So if you are an analyst working at a bulge bracket bank or even a boutique and you're coming straight out of university, you will earn a base salary of £50,000. Yeah guys, £50,000 coming in as a 21-year-old straight out of university. Now remember guys, this is just your base salary. This doesn't take into account your bonus. Bonus is discretionary, and like I said, it's based on different factors and it varies by bank, but generally at a bulge bracket you can get upwards of 50% of your base salary, So this gives you a total compensation of £75,000 coming in as a first year out of university. However, at elite boutiques, you can get slightly more. So you can get maybe all in £100,000 as a 21 or 22-year-old coming out of university. So generally this goes up 10% a year, you know, in your first 3 years as an analyst, or 2 years in some cases. So let's say over a 3-year analyst program, your base, and that's just base, I haven't mentioned bonus, will be around £60,000. Now for associate, generally your base is around £90,000, and if you do associate for 3 years, you will earn by the end of the 3rd year, as a base alone, £120,000. Now remember guys, this is just for analysts. As you go up from analyst 1 to analyst 2 and 3, your salary will generally go up around 10%. So by the end of your 3rd year, if you are an analyst 3 or if you're not associate yet, you will get £60,000 base, and of course your bonus will go up incrementally. Key thing to remember guys is your total compensation is made up of your base and your bonus. Now at a bulge bracket, let's just say Barclays for example, you may get paid £50,000 as a base, and you can get 50% paid as a bonus in your 1st year. So in total, you will earn £75,000. And again, as you go up the ranks, your bonus improves, and it's also dependent on your individual performance. Now at an elite boutique, say you may get a higher base, so around £55,000, and you may get, you know, £45,000 as a bonus. So your total compensation as a 1st year at elite boutique would be £100,000. So I'd love to hear what you guys think so far. I mean, I think that's a pretty good deal. That's quite a lot of money. I looked at the Office of National Statistics, and I believe in April 2020, the average salary was around £31,000. So if you're looking at a 1st year investment banking analyst, you're earning anything between £75,000 and £100,000. I think that's a pretty good deal. It only gets higher guys. So if you've been at an investment bank for 2 years, or in most cases 3 years or more, you become associate, and that's more of a senior level. You have more responsibility, and you're actually responsible for checking a lot of the analyst's work and also reporting to the seniors such as the VP and managing directors. As a result, they get paid more, and so their bonuses can be anything between £50,000 and £100,000. And it goes up as you go up the different levels. So you have associate 1, associate 2, associate 3, and then if you get promoted, you go to vice president. Now, if you think of associate salary as a 1st year and you get £90,000, and then you get another £60,000 on top, you'll get in total £150,000. Now, as you go up, let's say your salary goes up 10%, all in as an associate, let's say by associate 3, you can get close to £250,000. But guys, there's one small catch. Generally, as your salaries go up and your bonuses goes up, investment bankers do, or investment banks should I say, do a really clever thing where your payments are deferred. Now what this means is you are paid a certain proportion of your bonus now and a certain proportion at a later date. And taking a step back, I think the rationale behind that is because it's a large sum of money, and B, incentivize people to stay. And also there is an option for you to actually exercise stock in a company and enjoy part of the company's growth. So that's another option you can have as you get more senior and have more leverage in an investment bank. So thank you guys for sticking to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you want to hear more, especially about, you know, vice presidents, directors and managing directors who get paid a lot more, please give me 150 likes, or even 200 would be great. Make sure you comment, subscribe and share. Let me know guys what you want to see in the videos, what you want to see next. Anyway, it's your boy The Life of Soul, and I'll catch you in the next video.